Did you enjoy school back then, like high school?
Hell no, I hated school.
We got a reaction. Oh, was that when like Tokyo 24 happened?
Yeah. Damn, you did your homework. I found my cousin in college, and her last name is Duckwrth. I did this studio session with Carmack back in the day.
Oh.
And Anderson was there, and I didn't know who he was. But I thought he was cool because it's like he the way he did his vocals. It was so like raspy. In the corners for real, and like we're all trying to plot on how to talk to him.
Plot.
Yeah, we were all plotting on how to talk to him and stuff. And it's just like none of it was working.
Hi, today I'm here with Duckwrth. So you were born in like South, like LA, right?
Yeah, South Los Angeles.
How would you describe yourself back then growing up?
I really didn't know myself back then growing up, to tell you the truth. I was like searching and everything, but I really didn't get too much of a chance just because I really didn't know the world.
Yeah.
I really didn't get to go out besides like school and church.
Yeah, church was like a big part of your life, right?
It definitely was.
Yeah.
But I knew I was a bit different just with my interest and stuff and like what I related to.
Oh, what did you relate to back then?
X-Men.
And cartoons, right?
Yeah.
Was it Fully Cooler?
Yeah, Fully. Yeah, just all that stuff. Like I don't know. I just pulled inspiration and like life lessons from like cartoons, which is so funny.
And your mom, she like was more into like the gospel and stuff, right? And listened to a lot of
gospel and classical and like that. But it was dope though, cause like that's like a lot of like great musicians come from the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause it just requires more understanding of music and composition and stuff. So
and you started choir when you were like 5, right?
More like I think like more around 8 or something.
Yeah.
I think it was around that age, 5 to 8 for sure. Yeah.
And even like your dad held like rehearsals like in your living room and everything. It was just like from the onset, like.
No, definitely. I would like walk in the living room and they'd be like rehearsing and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I had to do my homework, so I had to like kind of sneak around and listen to them. I wasn't supposed to be in there.
Also like jazz, right? Your dad listened to a bit of like jazz.
Yeah. He would listen to jazz. He would listen to reggae, and like he would even listen to rock sometimes. Like I remember him kind of like slightly not putting me on a Hendrix, but I would play Hendrix, and he would be like, "Oh yeah," like he would be about it.
Yeah. Is that how you got into more like the psychedelic rock?
That was my sister. My sister started playing Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
And everything, and like I remember that was my earlier. Watch out for that.
Yeah.
That was like my earlier relation to like psych and stuff.
So why was your sister allowed to listen to hip hop but you weren't?
I don't know if she was. I think she was older, but I don't know if she was actually allowed. She just.
Oh,
she just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she got away with more than I did. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first CD that you bought?
Yep, it was Ludacris Word of Mouth.
Damn, how old were you?
I was like 12 or 13, and it wasn't even the real CD. It was like the bootleg.
Yeah. And back then, like in that area, there was a lot more like gang stuff. But then your parents like didn't want you to be in that like environment.
Because it's easy to get caught in it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially where I'm from.
Were they like at a young age telling you like the type of values that your family had?
Yeah, fast.
Yeah.
Like really, really early. I mean, like when you're raised in like a religious household, like those rules and regulations are set upon you at super, super, super young. Because it's kind of like the rubric, you know. It's all about like making yourself better through these commandments, you know?
Yeah.
So that was instilled at a young age.
Do you still have those type of like values in like religion now?
Not so much from the religious standpoint of it, but as far as the things I learned, like they remain to be the same. Like universal law doesn't change, you know, be good to others, like treat others how you want to be treated, like give and you know, like without expecting to receive, and like watch like what you get back come like tenfold. Like it's just a bunch of different things. Like karma. Yeah. Is like super reflective of like what's happening in like the church and stuff. It just people have different ways of explaining it, I feel. Yeah. So I don't know.
And then even at a young age you were like drawing already like Lion King and stuff, and your mom like didn't believe that you actually drew it. Yeah. Where do you think you got that sort of like illustration sense from?
I don't know, I think it was just natural. Like, I would just draw stuff and, I don't know, it looked cool. It didn't look bad. I think my dad used to draw too. He definitely did draw. But
Yeah.
I remember him drawing. And I don't know if I just watched him enough that I picked up on it. I really don't remember that well. But I know, I definitely picked up on it fast. And I knew I wanted to be an artist. Because, everything else kind of seemed like whack to me.
Yeah.
But, cartoons and art definitely made sense.
Do you have, early artists that you looked up to, non-musician, for your illustration?
I didn't learn about artists till, probably high school.
Oh.
The names of artists and everything.
Yeah.
You always hear about, the Renaissance artists and stuff, or, which not to take value away from them, but it's just, I wish that, at a younger age, I would have learned about, Basquiat.
Yeah.
Or, not Jeff Koons, but, just some of the more, modern artists and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I started learning about that until later.
Yeah.
And appreciating it, really.
And your dad, left early on, right? Did that really affect you?
Yeah and nay.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely hurt, but it didn't stop the locomotive in any way, shape, or form. The family kept going, and it's just, I don't know. It's I don't remember. I think that part of my life is kind of blocked off in my brain.
Yeah?
I don't remember, I remember certain things about it, but I don't remember being
Uh-huh.
distraught by it.
Yeah.
I was yeah, nah, shit gotta keep moving. I think that's how my mom was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really see her cry too much. I didn't see her stress too hard. I think maybe it was more so when we weren't together. But it's for the most part, my mom is super strong. So.
Oh, what career is she in?
She was always in what is that word? Accounting.
Oh, okay.
I believe, and it's more numbers and stuff like
Yeah.
that, logistics and everything. But
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, she was really good at it.
Damn.
Really good at it.
Wow.
Still is.
Did you enjoy school back then, high school?
Hell no, I hated school.
Oh
It's
my god,
terrible.
your reaction.
I hate it, man.
Really? What about it?
Look at that pink ass house.
Yeah, it's so big.
But yeah, nah, I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't vibe with it. Sometimes I like my teachers. I like kicking it with friends and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's just I guess it was just the pressure to have to study and everything. I more so just wanted to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to just make art. And everything else just didn't seem that important to me.
Did you do well in the creative courses then?
Yeah, oh yeah. I
Yeah.
love them. I won't say I did exceptionally well. I just liked it more.
Yeah.
But it's for me, I'm just such a stubborn bull. That's even in the rubric of art, I would do it, but I still wanted to just make my own stuff, make my own art, make my own rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was more in that area.
Is your personality more similar to your mom or dad?
I get my modesty from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always concerned about people's well-being or how my energy is affecting other people, And that's a lot of my mom. She's a super, super caring person. Just a bit shy sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
But my dad, I think I get my creative side from my dad for
Yeah.
sure. He's always been on the art side or doing music and everything. And just a real liberal.
Yeah.
Super liberal. It wasn't the most beneficial, but he was definitely liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And growing up, you had a lot of like your sisters and your mom.
Yeah.
The female side of you was kind of exposed, right? The feminine side and what you were into.
Yeah, because I spent a lot of time. My dad, like I said, he dipped early, so I just
Yeah.
around my mom, my sister, my mom's friends, which are all females, or even the gay dudes that worked with my mom.
Oh.
At my job and everything like that. So it was just mad feminine energy just everywhere and stuff. So yeah, I didn't really start being around more masculine energy till my mom put me in Boy Scouts.
Oh, what age was that?
That was probably around the same time, like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to go to the Academy of Art in San Francisco, or did your mom kind of want you to get a degree?
My mom was down for me to be an animator because that's what I was originally gonna go for.
Yeah.
And she seen that I was creating in high school. I had my own clothing line and stuff.
Oh,
And
really?
I was just, yeah.
Was there a name?
It was called Acoustic.
Oh.
Yeah, but
what did it look like?
It was a lot of just colorful graphic tees, but just my own characters and everything. It kind of had a bait feel to it.
Oh, that's cool.
But it was cool though.
Yeah.
But I had there was this fashion show that happened at my sister's college at Northridge, and they were asking different young designers to come in. And they asked me to come in, and I had a good 10 pieces, and had my own models and everything like that.
What? That's
and
amazing.
I was at 17.
Wow.
So I was yo, Like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got to college and I was doing that and stuff. But my mom definitely supported me. But for academy, I didn't really apply for other colleges. I was supposed to, but once again, I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
So I just only applied for academy. And then like the next 3 weeks, I was like, I guess I should apply for others. But then they sent me an acceptance letter. I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm about to go to academy.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
Did you really like going to class and learning the animation?
So that's the thing. I went for graphic design. I thought I was gonna do animation, but I ended up doing graphic design.
Yeah.
And stuff. And like, yeah, no, it was fun. Like for the times where like teachers weren't being like assholes and stuff, because it's like within a rubric, it's they're teaching you more so how to work for other people. So it's like they can be critical on your style, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just like in art, that's different because like there's no rules, there's no regulations. You can't tell a person what's good or bad. All you can do is just give them the techniques and stuff. And then you can say like you can teach like complementing colorways. But if a person doesn't have complementary colorways, that doesn't mean that their work is bad. It just doesn't complement each other.
Yeah.
So it's like when they would be more so on that rubric shit, I would be like, whatever, dude. But also within that, I did learn how to like what is like quote unquote like good text as far as like the design scene. You know what I'm saying? Like what is like, you know, like what good colorways, what's good textures, you know, like what's just good design in general from their perspective. So that benefited a lot.
And then back then, when you were still at the academy, were you already like making your own music, or was music already a part of your life in like a career kind of way?
Nah, I was just doing it for fun. It was just like something to do with the homies.
Oh, was that when like Tokyo 24 happened?
Yeah. Damn, you did your homework. Yeah, that's when it happened. And then, it was just me and my homie. It was fun times, though. Like, that was when Lupe was still rocking hard. That's when Kanye was doing 808 and Heartbreak. And he just finished up with, like, I think, Stronger. And that's when Pharrell was doing, like, Seeing Sounds. And, like, everything was just super, like, future. When Lady Gaga was going, like, still doing ridiculous shit. Like, everything was just, like, super, like, future and just, like, forward. It was sick, but it's, like, it inspired us because we had, like, a heavy Japanese influence from, like, Nigo, Babe, or, like, Hiroki, I think it's Hiroki Fujiwara. Yeah. He's another, like, dope designer. No, it's Hiroshi. I think it's Hiroshi.
Hiroshi, yeah.
Hiroshi. And then there's another one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the dude that does Visfilm. His name is Nakamura. I think maybe it's Hiroki Nakamura. Anyway, but yeah, like all those designers, like they were inspiring like the hell out of us, yo.
How did you even like find those Japanese like designers?
Segway. Like they would talk about it in songs. Like Lupe would talk about it in songs, so then we would just do our own like homework and be like, oh my gosh, there is another world. And then it just went along with the whole like future shit because Japan is always like a step forward.
Yeah.
Innovation, technology, art, all that shit. So.
What did the music you make at that point sound like?
Like that. Like,
just like that.
Like some future, not fashion forward, like just a step forward. Too ahead in certain ways. But when I was rocking with like the homies on some just rap pure stuff, we were like rapping over like MF Doom beats and stuff. So it's like it was pretty like backpack rap. But then when they left and I started working with this other producer, Beat Streets, that's when we started doing the real like future sounding stuff. Yeah. And it's like I think it just went over people's heads, really.
So what happened after like the Tokyo 24 and then you became a solo artist and like what was the decision behind that?
Because I noticed that I got better plays when I was doing solo stuff.
Oh.
And then like me and that producer, we bumped heads a lot and stuff. We just two strong personalities. So I mean, eventually we just kind of just like went our own separate ways. But he's an amazing producer. When
did you actually come up with the name Duckwrth then?
In college.
So like during that time as well.
Pretty much. Like I really don't know the full connection to it, but I know the accents that happened was when I found my cousin in college and her last name is Duckwrth. So like I know that was one of the reasons. But then also because it's just spoke about family because my mom's maiden name is Duckwrth. So that I just became like a Duckwrth in that sense. Yeah. But like I guess I don't know how I went from last name to first name. but they just call me Duckwrth. And then like my other homie, his name was Ironclad. So when we were supposed to do a mixtape, it was supposed to be called The Adventures of Duckwrth and Ironclad.
Oh my god, I love that though. That sounds so cool.
It was fun. I mean, it was cool, but that's essentially how I got started. And I guess I just kept it. It kind of like, I don't know, just rolled off the tongue. And it described me too. Because Duckwrth sounds like an awkward, wealthy person. Like, you know, it's posh in a sense, but like accidentally.
Yeah, I think the Worth part is kind of posh.
Yeah, the Worth part is posh, but like the Duckwrth is like the duck is like super awkward. Yeah, I kind of just like, I'm clumsy as shit. Watch out for that, that's disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like clumsy and like, I just kind of like stumble into stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's just a certain style. It's like I'm not per se the drunken master, that's more like ODB, but definitely like the stumbling master.
Oh my god.
Pretty much.
And during that time, did you start putting out stuff on, was it SoundCloud or was it still MySpace back then?
It was MySpace.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were you already getting traction during that time?
Locally.
Yeah.
Not really like on the main like level, because I was in the Bay Area, and the Bay Area has a cap. Like if I was doing that shit in LA, it definitely would have been rocking. But I was in San Francisco, and I was still in college and stuff. So like the main people who knew about it was just like people in college.
Yeah, and that was the time when you were doing the backpack stuff, right?
Yeah. Backpack stuff. Now when I started doing backpack ciphers, that's when I started getting known outside of the school and just like in the city, in the Bay Area. People would know me. It's like, oh, you're Duckwrth. Like you be spitting hard on ciphers and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How did what's it called, Them Hellas, the art collective, happen?
It was just me and a bunch of other artists, and we were trying to figure out a way to like click up, in a sense, you know, like just put a name to like our squad. So we would have like these meetings and stuff and try to figure out names.
Yeah.
But we pretty much just wanted a collective that could be like so many different realms of art, that being like design, like photography, music, graffiti, fashion, like all that, like fine art, just all that, And we just wanted to put a name to it. And it's like when we would do stuff, like we would throw these big old like art parties in this warehouse we had, and we would just feature all that shit. And we also feature other artists from like other squads and shit. Yeah. And they would just like kill the walls and everything, and like it was like spaz out.
Yeah.
And I remember it was a time like a helicopter was like, because like it was a fight that broke out, then it ended up outside. Yeah. So then it's like a helicopter that was circling our warehouse and shit. Then like our whole warehouse got raided. Whoa. And everything. My homie Scumbuzo, he like went to jail and shit. Like, it was wild. It was wild times, but like that shit was amazing. That was everything. And like that was when I dropped out of college. So like that was kind of like my second college. Like that was my dream college, because it was like me making like my own rules. Yeah. But it's just like I also learned that just me being in my own, like having my own merit is always not the best. I still need some type of like some like rubric, because it's bad.
So actually what happened, so after you dropped out, were you doing that full time, or did you have like some side jobs?
I was working retail jobs, because I definitely wasn't working for a minute and I wasn't making money, and homies were just like, you gotta pay like portion of the rent. Yeah. Bro. Oh man, look at you gotta pay your portion of rent. So I just was working at different places, but like, there was a couple spots I got fired from. Like I'm
so glad I didn't drop this.
I got fired from Ralph Lauren.
Yeah.
I got fired from just a couple different retail spots.
Yeah.
And the other ones I just quit. I don't know. I'm not really good at like being under, or like having like I guess like a boss per se.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What were the like key moments that your music started gaining traction after the backpack stuff?
I say it got a lot of traction from the Team Backpack stuff.
Yeah.
I dropped this project called Duct Tape, and that started moving things around. I started getting like play on blogs and everything. And then I guess, I don't know, to tell you the truth, it's all been a gradual rise. It hasn't been like a moment where it's just like shit was just crazy lit. Like it was just like, it's like, I mean now it's like at that place, or still, you know, growing, but it was just like this, just the whole time. Yeah. But it was moments, it was definitely moments. But it was just like from blog coverage, from me doing like shows, because like our shows used to be crazy, like just like turnt ass shows. Yeah. And it's just like, and we would just do so much different type of music. Or I would do so much different type of music. And it was me and my homie Dragons, Anthony Dragons, and like we would, like us coupling together, like it would just be a rage, just like a rage fest. Yeah. But like still like melodic, like hip hop and just going hard.
How did the Anderson tour happen?
My music just got to him. I don't know how. Oh, actually, no, that's what it was. I did this studio session with Carmack back in the day.
Oh.
And Anderson was there, and I didn't know who he was. But I thought he was cool because it's like he the way he did his vocals. It was so like raspy and so like I don't know, like, and it had texture to it. It had meaning to it. And I was just like, fuck, like this is amazing. So yeah, like so they was working on this song, and they just had like an open space, and I was just kind of started spitting to it to myself, and they was like, you got something for this? I was like, yeah. They was like, put it down now.
Yeah.
So I put it down, and I don't know. I guess it just kind of left an impression on him.
Yeah.
And stuff. And he was just like keeping up with stuff after.
How about the Rischiga?
Same thing. Not in a sense of studio session, but just appreciating like what I do. So my homie August, he works with Rich, and August played him my music, and he liked it. So they just hit up my team, and was just like, hey, you want to go on tour?
Yeah.
With Brian? I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. So I don't know. It's been like just casual, just I don't know, like casual attraction, I suppose.
Yeah.
And just connection.
The same for when, like, you saw Pharrell on her birthday.
Same. I didn't even know I was going to that shit that night.
Yeah.
It was like a Adidas function, and I was like, oh shit, hell yeah, I want to go. And then they was like, yeah, you should go. So I didn't know how I was gonna get in, but I just took an Uber. I found out where it was. I just took an Uber to it. All of a sudden, I like ran into Pharrell's manager. I'm just like, oh, what's up? And then like he escorted me in and everything. Mad cool guy.
Yeah.
So then I see all the homies in there and stuff, and they found their own way in and everything. And it's just like in the corners Pharrell, and like we're all trying to plot on how to talk to him. Yeah, we were all plotting on how to talk to him and stuff. And it's just like none of it was working. Yeah. And everything. And I had this moment where I kind of like accidentally like
made eye contact or something.
Not even that. Like I accidentally like kind of. Like, I hit him with the tip of my foot on the back of his thigh, and he kind of moved his thigh with it. And I was just like, oh, man. Like, I just ruined it. So then, like, I kind of just talked to his manager. Yeah. And I was like, hey, bro, I just want to tell him, like, thank you for the event. Yeah. And everything. And, yeah. He was like, dude, you just got to catch the wave. And I'm just like, yeah, I know. I don't want to, like, intrude because I know, like, people are always talking to him. I'm sure that shit gets annoying, like. You always gotta like have yourself open for so many different like interactions, like energy-wise, it's a lot. So I was just like, I don't know. Yeah. I was just like, I'll keep it chill. But then like, his manager was just like, hey P, I want you to meet somebody. I was like, he's not doing this right now. He's doing it. He was like, this Duckwrth. And then I was like, oh man. I was like, yo, thank you for like the event. It's really nice to see everything in like tangible form and stuff like this. Is amazing. And yeah, man, like he was hella cool, hella casual. Like despite the fact that he was like walking out of the event, he still stopped. Like he wasn't like annoyed in any way. Like he was still like receptive. You can feel when somebody's open. But like he was like, Pharrell is just like the shit, man.
How do you think your music has changed from the early songs you made?
I create the stuff that I listen to now. I mean, I always listen to like more of the backpack stuff, but it's like my range. It like stems from so many different places, from like punk to like chill to soul, or like even like the whole like I don't know what NERD is because I wouldn't call them hip hop. I don't know what type of wave they are, but that's the stuff I was listening to, or like even like just classic or like funk or like Prince and everything. So yeah, like I don't know, I wasn't making the stuff I was listening to or I liked. And then, I don't know, kind of just like, after the Nowhere project, I moved back to LA. And I was like, I should probably just go that direction. And it's like, there were certain like keyboard progressions I was really into. Yeah. And like, nobody can really tap into it, like, at all. Mm-hmm. And I found my homie, Channel Trez. And he was performing. And like, he was doing those progressions that I was looking for. Yeah. I'm just like him. And we locked in. And
What do you want to be remembered for?
Pushing people to like, you know, really like go into their inner self. Like if you really want to find true power, it's like not in like money, or it's not in like, you know, your clout, your followers and stuff like that. Like it really just comes from like individuality and stuff. It's nothing really deep. It's just finding like like finding that place in yourself, that safe space in yourself, you know, to just really like just walk in your like energy, like super proud, you know. And it's like, it's not in the sense of boastfulness, because I'm still like modest and I still appreciate people.
Yeah.
Even like Kendrick, who's like gained so much notoriety but still is humble.
Yeah.
You know, like that speaks a lot, because it's just like you don't have to sit there and talk about your accolades all the damn time, you know?
Yeah.
I appreciate people like that, but it's just like there's a certain power that comes within the confidence and the knowledge of yourself, like super awareness of yourself. I don't know, like the world just becomes like easier. You don't trip, and that's what I've been looking for since I was young, was just like self. Like, cause I already knew myself in certain ways, and I knew what I wanted, and it's like it was always people telling me that's not what you want.
Oh.
Like, this is what you want, and I'm just like, nah. That's not what I want, dude.
Yeah.
So now I was like getting to this place where it's like, you know, the world is my oyster in certain ways. I'm just like, okay, cool. So now it's like, now that that's there, it's more so like, what do I do with it? So, I mean, I don't know, as time goes, I have better answers for that, but
Yeah.
I can definitely tell people it's like the power is just really, not to sound corny, but the power is really within yourself.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.